That's the thing, that if you let this thing go, it will create the most impact in your life. We are asked to become the highest versions of ourselves, but the question is, what are we willing to leave behind? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Salo and I help light workers and starseeds to remember who they are. And in this video, I want to talk about what has been happening collectively, because we are in the process of birthing a new golden age. And this process has really started full on in 2012, and then there was a new edition, as we all know, in 2020. And since the end of 2019, I've been repeatedly told and shown so many times that I really decided that I have to make a video about it. I was shown that we are truly asked to step up, to become the highest versions of ourselves. And what is meant here is not like, having some low visions. Like, we are truly asked to use our imagination fully and become the highest versions of ourselves that we were thinking we might maybe become in the end of our lives or in another lifetime. We are truly asked to dream big and not to be stopped by anything that's happening around. This is the time that magicians and priestesses and starseeds and light workers and all those beings who truly are on the spiritual path are asked to step up even more than ever before. If you could see the visions that I see, you would understand what I mean here. In every golden age, there is that potential possibility to become truly the most amazing version of you that your soul has ever been up until that point. And now, as there is a new golden age, we are truly asked to become the highest selves. And it's because of this that there's so profound letting go. It's because of this why there is even more surrender than ever before. Because there are certain collective waves moving through the whole consciousness of the earth and of us humans. And those waves are carrying certain themes and topics. And each wave can take about a couple of months, weeks, sometimes years. Then there are much bigger cycles that take up to thousands of years. But within those smaller cycles, which take about weeks or months, we are always working on specific themes and topics. So one theme could be facing your fears that stop you from being truly seen in your truth for who you are. Another theme could do with relationships and truly aligning your love life with who you are, with the calling of your soul. And so collectively we are receiving this kind of like homework every couple of weeks or months. There's a new theme and we are all working on it. And as we are moving through this collective energy, we are asked to let go of old stories of who we are or who we could become. We are asked to truly let go of the old identities, old limiting beliefs, because to be born anew, to go into that next level, there is always some element of sacrifice, there is some element of letting go, of surrender, of not true, what's no longer aligned. And so that's why, things can be sometimes challenging, because as you can imagine, the mind create attachments to those identities, old stories, essentially the attachment to the old cycle that no longer exists. But it's something different to update it in our minds and in our bodies on that cellular level. And that's why we are truly supported collectively to work on those themes and topics and releasing those old soul patterns. I made another video about soul patterns, so I'm going to link it somewhere here. And This is really the reason why things can be challenging. But on the other hand, when we don't have the attachment, when we don't resist the change, then that letting go feels easy. It feels like, oh, I can finally release who I am not. So there is a space to truly step into my power, into my potential, into who I am. So it can be also easy. It's all about our attachment and resistance to what is real, and stop holding in our minds the old reality that no longer exists. Now, yes, we are in that time in between the old and the new, so things are shaky. This happens every time there is the new golden age entering the collective field. It's a part of that process. It's never so crazy, elegant, and beautiful. But when we are going with the flow and we truly listen and we stay centered within ourselves and rooted in our power and rooted in our truth, we are willing to let go of what no longer aligns with us. And the whole reason for this is because we are here to become the highest versions of ourselves. And I can tell you, if you spend some time dreaming up, envisioning, using your mind, your imagination, the magic within you that birth new realities, you will realize that the more you become the highest version of yourself, there is always the next step and next step. So this is not some final destination. It's all about being in that art of becoming. We are constantly becoming higher and higher version of ourselves. And so what you now may imagine as the highest version of you might be limiting to your future self, and it's a good thing. This means you are growing, but still know where you are headed, know where you are aiming, where you are focusing your attention and your focus. And so to really make it clear, because honestly, you can't imagine how much I've been shown exactly this. Like, I can truly see the highest version of people I meet. I can see who they could become if they fully activated all their gifts, if they really did the work, if they truly matured on the soul level. And it's just breathtaking. And when you think about some previous golden ages, or there are those heroes from the history, well, we can become as them. And not because, we want to be, I don't know, it's not driven from the ego. This is just the natural desire of the soul to express itself, to grow, to expand, to experience life fully, to experience your potential, to experience the very edges of you and then move them and experience the next level of you. This is what the whole process is about. It's about dancing with the life itself. And so it's time to truly dream big and be willing to let go as well. This is this fragile balance between releasing and embodying your highest self. It happens simultaneously. What I've been asked to share with you today is to look at one thing, choose just one thing that you've been holding in yourself, perhaps since you were born, perhaps ever since you remember, or for a couple of years, something that has felt really difficult to let go, to leave behind. So perhaps it's your attachment to feeling safe, and that's why you put up walls and you protect yourself. You don't trust people, you don't let love in. Or perhaps it's anger that you've been feeling. It's been always bubbling inside of you and you don't know how to release, how to transmute the energy. Or perhaps you feel jealous, you compare yourself to other people, or you feel envious. Perhaps you've been experiencing themes of self-abandoning yourself. Whatever it is, it can be anything, you know the answer. The one thing that you thought that there's no way you could release it, there's no way you could heal it and let it go. That's the thing I'm talking about. Perhaps it's the biggest secret that you have, that you don't want anyone else to know. What is that one thing that comes to your mind? That's the thing, that if you let this thing go, it will create the most impact in your life. Because imagine all the energy that you use to feed this one thing, whatever it is. The same energy will be available for you to step into the highest version of you. Everything is just a matter of energy. Everything is just a question where you direct your energy. If with the same intensity you committed to embodying your highest self, then I think it would happen pretty fast. So what is that one thing? And now, even if you feel like there is no way you could truly heal it or let it go, if you truly want it, send out prayer from your heart chakra, and ask to be guided. The only thing you truly have to do is to say something like this: I have no idea how I can heal this, but I would love that. Please show me the way. I don't need to know how, I just have to say yes. I have to say yes to the highest version of me. I have to say yes to life. I have to say yes to God and trust. Trust that I will be held. I will be supported. Because you are so supported that if you could realize it or imagine it, you would never ever doubt, you would never ever hold yourself back. You would never ever hold yourself back anymore. There is so much support right now. And so ask, open up your heart. The only thing that's really required on our part is to be willing to find a way, willing to let go. When you stay open and you come back to this prayer in your heart, the guidance will come to you. Maybe you will feel called to, I don't know, do certain exercise that will help you. Maybe you will be called to travel, and there you will experience the release you've been waiting for. It can come any which way. You just have to listen to that inner guidance and act on it. Don't stop the flow. And so, what is that one thing you are leaving behind so that you can become the highest version of you? What is it? What is that one thing? Let your heart answer, not your mind. That's my tip for almost anything. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you did, please share, like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below, what are you leaving behind? Or say yes if you are committing to becoming the highest version of yourself, even though you don't know how. It doesn't matter, we don't talk about it. You just have to be open, and you take the next step and the next step and the next step. And if you continue in this flow of energy for the entire year, you'll be a completely different person in 1 year from now. So let's begin. Thank you for watching.